So today was one of those really chill days. So instead of shooting us swimming around in the pool and doing nothing, I thought it was a good day to bring up a subject that I've gotten a lot of questions about in the comment section, and that is why I haven't had a single drop of alcohol for the last 13 months. So it didn't always used to be like that. I used to be kind of Mr. Party. I would party a lot, I would party hard, I would party everywhere we went, and it was kind of like a big part of my life. Like I would fly to Stockholm just for a party. And then I was talking to Richard, Yanni's dad, about a year and a month ago, and he was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna give up drinking, because I feel every time I get drunk, it means that I'll be hungover and I get less stuff done, and I just don't think it's worth it anymore. I was like, yeah, I mean, you're successful, that makes sense to me. And at that point, I'd already sort of like started drinking less because I felt more hungover than I did when I was younger. So me and Yanni's dad, we stopped drinking, and the first few weeks was different because I mean, we were down here in Marbella and this is like party central. And what I realized right away was how much time I had, how much fun things I could do instead of being like laying at the pool being completely dead from the night before. Waking up hungover sounds like the biggest nightmare I could ever think of. Because I want to wake up in the morning and just feel like I have tons of energy to do stuff, and just, I have too many things I want to do, and I don't have enough time to do these things if I am hungover and unproductive. Because if I party one day, it means that I am not gonna do anything the next day, probably not the day after that. So a couple hours of party actually means that I'll be not working very good for 2 days, which will set me back to be behind on work for about a week. So in my head, 2 hours of party means a week of kind of like feeling that I'm constantly behind on work. So I just kind of made the conclusion that I would rather feel that I get a ton of stuff done. I feel like I'm ahead of all the things I want to do. Just looking at the last 67 days when we've done a daily vlog has kind of made me realize even more how much energy I have and how many cool things we've done. I mean, just in the last few months, we've been paddleboarding, we have been kayaking, climbing mountains, we've jumped off boats, we've rappelled down waterfalls, and we've surfed behind boats, we've been on jet skis. And to me, doing all these things is more important in life than to be at a nightclub at 2 in the morning. I've seen that there's been a lot of comments, so I figured that I would try to answer a few of them, because it seems that it's kind of uncommon not to drink. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer a couple of questions. How do you resist the pressure when everybody else tells you to drink? To me, it's pretty simple. I simply don't care if people think that I should drink. So yeah, that's my only advice. Just who cares what they think? It's your life, and do whatever you think is the best. Do you still go out to nightclubs? I go to nightclubs, but it's really rare that I do, because most of the time it's not that fun. But I mean, of course there are great parties that you can go to if you don't drink, but a bad party is going to be a boring party if you're sober. It's as simple as that. So I try to pick my days or nights when I go out a lot more carefully, so that I go out on days where I actually have fun. What does Yanni think about you not drinking? I think Yanni thinks it's great because she sees how much better I feel, and she has decreased her drinking a lot to pretty much nothing. So she's almost on the same schedule, except she has a glass of wine here and there, but she never really goes out super hard like we all used to do back in the day. So I think she does like me better this way. What do you think about Marcus getting drunk in Monaco? You know what? I was trying to get him drunk because Marcus is funny when he's drunk, and I thought he deserved a afternoon night off and just chill for the whole next day. So I thought it was just funny. When you look back and look at pictures of you going absolutely crazy with hundreds of bottles of champagne on nightclubs, what do you think? I look at old pictures of me thinking, what the hell was I thinking? Like, why did I believe that life would be better if I bought 100 bottles of champagne? Can't explain why I was that stupid, but if you've seen, I'm pretty extreme in life and I do everything more than 110%. So when I partied really hard and I was just being an idiot. If I could go back in time 10 years and change one thing, it would probably be all the stupid amounts of money I've spent on alcohol. That is the one thing that I feel like there's no explanation how I could have been that stupid.
What about that time you rented a helicopter to film a champagne showers?
Okay, so this one time I was being an extra super mega idiot and I rented a helicopter and had a filmer in it to film when we were spraying champagne. That was probably the peak of my stupidity. But at least, I mean, we all grow up and we all do stupid things. I think the main thing is to learn and change and realize that that is probably the stupidest thing I've done in my entire life. What do you think about the fact that Yanni drinks? You know what? I think Yanni's really funny when she's drinking, so I don't encourage her never to drink. It's just fun when she does it, so I don't really care whatsoever. I think that's important. Like, a lot of people that don't drink, they get kind of like upset when people around them drink, and I really don't mind if people do. I might go home earlier, but I think it's important to let everyone do whatever they want to do, because if you're bummed that they're drinking, then they're bummed that you're not drinking, and it's just a bad circle. So I guess that only leaves us with the future. What do I think about the future and alcohol, and will I ever drink again? And to be honest, I don't know. I think that if I would have started drinking, I would have probably had a drink in Monaco during the Formula One. But if I feel like it's not worth the drink there, then I don't know what would make me drink. So if I were to guess, I don't know, honestly. I don't think I'll ever drink again, but on the other hand, you change and you never know what happens. But right now, I feel the best I've ever done. I feel like I can do a million things and just do sports every day and just have the energy that I've always wanted to have. Is so nice that I don't think that I will do anything to change that. But who knows? Maybe I will become a party animal next year. But then again, if I become a party animal, that would probably mean that a daily vlog would die the next day. Because doing a vlog hungover seems like about the worst thing I could possibly think of. So, sorry about the lack of activities in today's vlog, but today I have been working for 6 hours and then spent time in the pool, and that's all we have done. So I figured that it was better to take a day and do something different and something unique. So we'll be back with more action tomorrow, and I can't wait to run up a mountain or jump off a boat in full speed or do something fun. But it's been good to have a productive work day and also getting a little bit of sun. So see you guys tomorrow. And feel free to shoot any comment or questions you have in the comment section. I'll try to answer all of it.